Hello everyone, this is Hidden Shrine. So today I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough or flip through, I guess. Not really even a review or anything like that, but a flip through of the Golden Dawn Tarot. And this one is by Robert Wang and Dr. Israel Regardi, although I think it's mostly Robert Wang. He has a couple of other decks. As far as the size goes, so I have one of the Rider-Waite Tarot cards here, the Centennial Edition, which I guess is kind of standard size, and I know a lot of people have this. So, yeah. The Golden Dawn Tarot is a little bigger than that. It's kind of a nice size, but I know if you like standard, maybe this will be a little too big for you. So of course you got the old tuck box here. The back has the Strength card, which I think is a pretty nice card. Then the front has the Emperor. And then, of course, a little white booklet. It's got some info, some notes, some spreads, and then, of course, the descriptions of the cards. And it is a US game systems. So you can just get this on Amazon, or it's pretty easy to get hold of, which is nice. Because it's a pretty nice deck. As far as card stock goes, you know, kind of typical US games, but it's pretty similar to the Rider-Waite Centennial, honestly, in terms of thickness, and you know, it's a little glossy, but it's not really plasticky. So pretty similar on that end there. And it's not bad for shuffling. So let's go through this real quick. And first thing you'll notice is, well, the colors are similar because it's using the Golden Dawn color scale. Each of the cards has sort of a color scale it follows. So I'm not really an expert on this, but I've done, you know, decent amount of reading on it. But again, not an expert. So, and the first thing you'll notice is the Fool is very different here. It's a child, but again, you have some of the same imagery. You have some sort of canid here, there, a boy. You have the rose or the flower, which is, see, these are the same things on his dress there. But both the the Waite, I guess, like the ideas and the designs and whatnot, you know, even Waite came out of the Golden Dawn tradition, so that's why you'll see, you know, pretty much the same. I guess they diverged at some point, but anyway. This deck purports to follow sort of more exactly the descriptions of the tarot imagery according to the Golden Dawn. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, you'll see the Fool is a child here. So this has less of the reading of like someone doing something foolish necessarily. It's more of the you know, here the Fool he's about to step off, you know, this is the moment before some sort of happening or change, which could be catastrophic, I suppose. But the child is more just there, like, to represent possibility, and, you know, essentially anything can happen. And the child is essentially unformed as a person still. So there's some relations there to, like mythical figures like Dionysus, Zagreus, and I guess Dionysus in general. And the wolf here, he's being held by this rope, so the child is in complete control of it. But again, you have sort of the dual imagery. You have the very light child, he's sort of innocence, versus the dark wolf or dog, whatever, danger. So innocence, danger, kind of, you know, the possibilities are all there. Okay. I really like that interpretation, instead of the just, oh, here's like, he's gonna, you know, he's kind of an idiot. People often overlook the sort of idea of possibility and beauty, and, you know, of course that's reflected in the choice as 0 and the card's association to the Aleph, which is really just like the thing, like nothingness, essentially, before it becomes solidified, whatever. Okay, cool. Here we have the Magician, and you have all his tools down here. Again, familiar colors, but quite like the look of that. And I'm always a big fan of the High Priestess cards, and this one's really nice. You have this watery, you know, she's holding the cup. She's got the moon or the crescent right there. It's a very peaceful one. I really like this deck because it's, I don't want to say it's minimal, because it has this sort of, you know, it's not just like lines and whatever, but it's got this very traditional painting feel, but it's almost, I don't know, like very calm imagery. I mean, it can get intense, but it's not like harassing my senses or something like that. Cool. You got the Empress, again, seated, and you have this dove. I think it's a dove, yeah. Cool. And you have the Emperor with the ram, because it's related to Aries. And you got the Hierophant. He's pretty sweet looking. And of course you have the bull, like Taurus. Now the Lovers card is really interesting. I want to read, I haven't really read much about this card in this tradition anyway, but it's pretty cool. But instead of the, you know, the angel at the top and then the woman and man, you have this woman tied to the rock, and there's this monster coming at her, and this dude coming out of the sky, I guess, to rescue her. I don't know. It's got kind of a more fairy tale, but a little bit of a disturbing one feel to it. Still cool. The Chariot, you have the white and the black horse. Again, the sort of constant duality going on. I love this Strength card. I love the way her sort of sash is kind of floating, going up, and it's a very, very gentle card. Even the Lion, he doesn't really look pissed off or anything like that. He just kind of looks really calm, pretty cute looking, very soothing. And then we have the Hermit, and I quite like this one. Very desert wanderer, you know, kind of hermetic sort of looking fellow. Very cool. But he looks pretty happy, actually. He's quite content with being alone, searching. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune and monkey at the bottom, or some sort of ape thing. And then, of course, the Sphinx at the top. I think that's a really cool looking Sphinx. I really like that. The colors are really nice. Oh, and you have all the colors of the rainbow going on the wheel, which is pretty interesting. Right, then we got Justice, and he's got his feet on a wolf, and he's holding the scales and the sword, and he's got the Egyptian headdress there, like a Sphinx-like headdress. This one's cool, and This is obviously the Hangman. He's in like a water cave. And here we have the triangle cross symbol that you see the Golden Dawn use sometimes. It's not this deck. I have another Golden Dawn deck that I will run through at some point, but their back uses that symbol. Anyway, you got the water, you got the tree image, and the hanging man with the sort of typical pose there. Very cool. The death card. The death card's almost, I mean, it's a little disturbing, like, look at that, but he looks pretty peaceful in a way. I like how well, I can't really tell if that's the sun or the moon. I'm assuming it's the moon, but it kind of goes into this sort of rainbow wormhole kind of thing. And over here we have the serpent and the eagle. Nice death card. Temperance. Angel with his sun and this fire in the back. 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. Good balance there. And we got the devil. He's kind of got these gross bird feet. And his face is interesting because it's more shaped by the like angular look of the pentagram. But of course he's got his 2 servants chained down there. Very creepy, but typical. And then the tower. I love this because I just love the way the sun looks there. But again, pretty classic. Now, one thing I want to read up about that I have not yet is on one side you have the typical Sephiroth, or the Tree of Life, I should say, but you have all the 10, the 10 Sephiroth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But on this side, it's got 2 here, which I don't know what that is. So I have to read up about that. But in the next one, the star, you see the Tree of Life actually taking form there. And that's a pretty nice star card. All right, maybe I'm doing too much talking here, but the moon, dogs, the crustacean, the moon, and the 2 towers with a path going through. Classic symbolism, but I love the colors. I just love the feel of this deck. It's very, it's not like, I don't know, it's not too soft. It feels like soft and just calm, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not, I can't find the right word, but it's not like lame or anything like that. Like it doesn't pull any punches, I guess. But it's still kind of calm. But anyway, here you see the sun, the boy and the girl. She's in the water, he's on the earth, and the flowers around them kind of judgment. You've got the person coming out of the grave, the angel here with the serpents surrounding them, and the universe. I love that. I love that. Very interesting. Instead of this sort of like wreath sort of thing, it's these spheres of color. Okay, I'm gonna go more quickly through the minor arcana. And if you've ever looked at the Thoth deck, you'll see there's some similarities between the Golden Dawn deck and the Thoth. Specifically, the Thoth has like these more fiery ends here, but so this is kind of a little more Pip deck-ish, but some of them have little bits of interesting, specifically the aces, I guess. These are the wands, and you'll notice the fire elements in there, which is nice, but the hands are in them, and the other Golden Dawn deck that I have has the same kind of thing. The Princess of Wands, she's pretty cool. The Prince of Wands, the lion there, the Queen of Wands, she's got a leopard, and the King of Wands, and he's got the Ace of Wands. All right, my phone ran out of space for a second there, but we're back. Okay, so if you're still here, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about this deck, but let's keep going. All right, the Ace of Cups. Okay, so you'll definitely recognize some of this imagery if you're familiar with the Thoth. Got the dolphins there. A little more exciting than the Wands suit, but the 3, the 4. I find it interesting the way they did the numerals here. It's not the standard, 4 would usually be what, IV, whatever. Got the 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We got the Princess of Cups, and she's got this little turtle in her cup, and a little dolphin, and swan, yes, on her belt. I like the Prince of Cups. He's cool. He's got this like eagle falcon thing. I guess it's an eagle. And then he's got a snake coming out of his cup. And she's got a lobster or a crayfish coming out of her cup. And she's got this ibis here. King of Cups, he's got a crab, I think. But all their sort of regalia and everything is pretty, I guess, standardized or something. But here we got the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, 5, 6, and you see this flower is intact sometimes and kind of destroyed other times. So it is, pip-ish, but it's not really boring or anything. I quite like the imagery. I like the white backgrounds too. There's the Princess of Swords. The Prince of Swords, he's got the sickle and the sword, and he's got these 2 butterfly dudes kind of pulling his chariot. Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Pentacles. I like the way the Pentacles look in this deck. Ace of Pentacles, 2 with the snake there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of Pentacles. Alright, then we got the Princess of Pentacles, and she's got the ram, and look at the flowers all over the ground. Very, very pretty. The Prince of Pentacles, he's got a bull pulling his chariot there. Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles on his horse. And then it has a Tree of Life card with the all the different Sephira and the paths, which are associated with different cards. So, for instance, the aces are all in Kether. I would say Kether. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. And then, you know, the path, for instance, is the path of the Fool, so on and so forth. So I assume they talk all about that in here. But yeah, so that is the Golden Dawn Tarot by Robert Wang and Israel Regardi. And yeah, I quite like it. I got it recently, so I haven't worked with it too much, but so far I just really like the feel of it. It's serious and has a lot of symbolism, and there's a lot to really think about, but it's also kind of calm. I don't want to say muted necessarily, but yeah, it's not like, you know, in your face, and the lines aren't like super solid or anything like that. So I think it's a good meditative deck. That's what I think, but I'm sure that the maker would have their own thoughts about that. But as far as I'm concerned, I just really like this deck, and I love the calm feeling it has. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you have this deck? Have you ever seen this deck? Have you looked at any other Golden Dawn decks? There's a couple of them out there, but so far this is my favorite. I'll look at the other one that I have. I'm forgetting the exact title. It's like the Magical Golden Dawn deck or some variation like that. It's very interesting. Some of the cards are a little different, but the style is a lot more like intense, I guess, which can be cool. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if there's pretty soon I'm gonna do like just look at all my decks that I have currently. You know, I'm always kind of getting new ones and rehoming some, so it kind of, there's a rotation going on, but I have a few that I'm getting within the next month or two. So once I have all those, I'll do sort of like, here's all the decks that I have right now, and then maybe you can have some suggestions of what you would like to see. But for the moment, I'm just kind of going through them and doing little things like this, just kind of randomly, no specific order. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I hope you all have a lovely day. All right, bye.